Hey everyone, my name's Clarice Cornejo.
And my name is Chopina.
I'm Joey.
And we're the creators of Fight or Flight. I'm a designer and I also help run social media and usability.
I'm also a designer and I run social media.
I'm lead designer of Fight or Flight.
And the artist.
And the artist.
And so right now we're just going to play Fight or Flight for you guys.
The time it takes to play Fight or Flight varies depending on who you play with and how many cards you play with. We recommend playing with 10 cards from each tier, mild, medium, and spicy for groups of people between 3 and 10, but the numbers can be adjusted accordingly, however you want.
All players sit around a circle and they place a spinner, either a bottle or similar object, in the middle of the circle. And then they shuffle the mild, medium, and spicy cards separately, and then they place the 3 tiers face down on top of each other, with mild being on the top, medium in the middle, and then spicy on the bottom, and this will be the main deck that you're going to play with.
So here's how the game works itself. First, the youngest player is going to be the first player to go. So they go by spinning the spinner to choose the victim of that round. Whoever the spinner lands on is the victim, and they must close their eyes. And they're not allowed to shield any part of their body, they just must stay perfectly still while waiting for the next action to occur. The first player, or the youngest player in this case, they draw and read the topmost card on the deck, and they show that card around to the rest of the players, except for the victim. The contents of the card must not be let known to the victim at all. Then they're going to place the card up next to the main deck, which will become the discard pile as the game goes on, so everybody can see the cards as the game proceeds. The player then proceeds to perform that act onto the victim themselves, and it's up to the player how they interpret and perform the actions that are on these cards. As long as it stays within the boundaries of the directions and the people's comfort zones. If the victim flinches, laughs, or reacts in any visible way, they're eliminated from the game, and so the circle of people that are playing gets smaller. The player, therefore, has to try their best to eliminate the victim. Then you're just going to repeat these steps from top to finish, and for the next round, over and over again, with the person to the right of you, and the game will keep going to the person to the right, or left if you choose that way. And you're just going to keep playing and doing these processes until the cards run out. So the game ends when there's only one player remaining, or, like I said, if the deck is completely gone, or if a stalemate is reached.
So that's basically how you play Fight or Flight. Since the game is incredibly physical and intimate and very touchy-feely, consent is a huge part of Fight or Flight. In this game, you will definitely enter the personal spaces of your fellow players, and they will enter yours as well. And, you know, they might use their hands, they might use something else. It is up to you as a group to decide what everyone's okay with being touched, and to set up safe words if people are getting uncomfortable while they're playing. So yeah.
So players have the option to eliminate themselves at any time they feel is necessary or uncomfortable. So like we said, talk about safe words and your limits, and agree on house rules if necessary to ensure that Fight or Flight stays fun, playful, and supportive for all the players. Once again, I'm Clarice.
I'm Michelle.
I'm Joey.
And this has been Fight or Flight. Thank you so much for watching. We hope that you learned a lot about the game and had as much fun watching it as we did playing it and making it for you guys. Thank you so much. If you need any more information about the game, feel free to look through our application or even directly reach out to us if need be. Thank you.